keeping layers from shifting. The tractor feed on the Rotary Even Foot moves your layers of fabric in perfect sync with the feed dogs. The Rotary Even Foot comes with 5 attachments for various techniques, from blind hemming to attaching bias binding to making various size rolled hems. Snap the foot on your machine. Choose any stitch and begin sewing. For parallel rows, use the edge of the foot as your guide. You get beautifully even stitches. The Rotary Even Foot is excellent for matching up stripes or plaids because it keeps the patterns perfectly aligned. The Rotary Even Foot is also good for polar fleece and other plush fabrics that like to shift. Align your fabric with the stitch allowance guide on the needle plate. Choose a stretch stitch and begin sewing. The tractors move in sync with the feed dogs. Your seam will lay perfectly flat and be able to stretch without distorting the fabric. You can also use the foot to hem vinyl, creating a blind hem. The Rotary Even Foot is a tractor foot that comes with 5 attachments for various techniques, from blind hemming to attaching bias binding to making various size rolled hems. To install the blind hem guide, loosen and remove the screw on the rotary foot. Slide the attachment into place and tighten the screw. Be sure the guide is just to the left of the 2 red lines. Snap the foot onto your machine and choose a blind hem stitch. Fold and press the raw edge of your fabric. Fold it to the width of your hem and press it again. Then fold it back to within about 1/4 inch of your original fold. Position your fabric against the guide on the foot and begin sewing. We used a purple thread so you could see our stitches, but of course you would use a thread to match your fabric, so your blind hem stitch would be virtually impossible to see, creating rolled hems. The Rotary Even Foot has attachments for 3 sizes of rolled hems: 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch. The Rotary Even Foot is a tractor foot that comes with 5 attachments for various techniques, from blind hemming to attaching bias binding to making various size rolled hems. To install any of the rolled hem guides, loosen and remove the screw on the rotary foot. Slide the attachment into place and tighten the screw. Snap the foot onto your machine. Cut about 3/8 of an inch off the corner of your fabric. Start the roll and feed it into the guide so it goes under the tractor feed. Choose a straight stitch. As you sew, hold your fabric up a little to help feed the roll through the foot. You end up with an evenly done rolled hem. Attaching bias binding. You can attach bias binding to fabrics of all thicknesses by using the attachment on the Rotary Even Foot. The Rotary Even Foot is a tractor foot that comes with 5 attachments for various techniques, from blind hemming to attaching bias binding to making various size rolled hems. To install the bias binding guide, loosen and remove the screw on the rotary foot. Slide the attachment into place and tighten the screw. Fold your bias tape and feed it into the attachment so the 2 folded edges are in the guides. Adjust the width of the guides to match the width of your tape. Snap the foot onto the machine. Slide your fabric into position so the tape is covering the edge. You can choose a straight stitch or a decorative stitch to attach your tape. As you sew, you'll keep the fabric edge in the center of the bias. Here's the bias attached with a feather stitch, joining fabric. You can use the blind hem attachment on the Rotary Even Foot to join pieces of thick fabric, such as batting. The Rotary Even Foot is a tractor foot that comes with 5 attachments for various techniques, from blind hemming, to attaching bias binding, to making various sized rolled hems. To install the blind hem guide, loosen and remove the screw on the rotary foot. Slide the attachment into place and tighten the screw. Align your 2 fabric pieces so the guide runs between them. Choose a decorative serpentine stitch and set its width to maximum. Begin stitching. It catches both sides and joins them together. You can join 2 pieces of lace together using the same attachment with a zigzag stitch.